Hi, Daryl Spector here with the Spector Group Digital Marketing Agency, and I want to talk with you a moment about the question everyone asks when they are considering implementing SEO as part of their overall online marketing strategy. And that is, how much is this going to cost me? Now, before we get into specifics, let me share a few things with you about SEO, or search engine optimization, that will help you understand the answer to this question better. Search engine optimization is a long-term strategy. It's not something that you will see immediate results from. And if you aren't planning on being in the game long-term, I would personally advise you not to get involved at all, because any money you spend on this will be really gone as soon as you stop any of your efforts. Now, the next thing I want to mention is this. If you have tried SEO or search engine optimization in the past and you have not gotten the results that you wanted, it's not that search engine optimization doesn't work. It's that unfortunately the company or person you worked with didn't work. So if this has happened to you, I understand your frustration, the frustration of spending money on things and then it's not working out for you. But I assure you that SEO works, and I encourage you to revisit it with an open mind. My team and I are well aware of the bold and baseless claims that many agencies make regarding guaranteed results and cheap prices. That being said, I would strongly suggest that if you find anyone that is going to guarantee you an exact position in the search engines within an exact time frame, and they're willing to do it for less than what a worker at a fast food restaurant makes, that you run away from them as fast as you can. And this is all going to make sense to you even more in just a moment. So let's get back to what the investment is for search engine optimization. Now, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of variables and components that go into a successful search engine optimization campaign. But to make it simple, there are two main components, and those two components are called on-page factors and off-page factors. Think of on-page factors as a car that you are building for a race that you're about to enter. So if you're building a car to enter a race, the goal would be, or should be, to win that race. So the question then becomes, what kind of car do you need to build? Now, if you're entering a race in which all of the competition are driving Toyota Priuses or Chevy Cobalts, for example, you might be able to build a moderately priced, nice car like a Chevy Malibu and win the race. And by win the race, I mean have your business's website show up on page 1 of Google as one of the top 3 results when someone searches for the product or service that you offer. However, if the race in which you are entering, all of the competitors are driving Chevy Corvettes and better, then you might have to build a car just like you see here in the picture in order to win the race. Now, there's a drastic difference in cost, performance, and the experience between driving a Chevy Malibu or a Lamborghini. One of the major factors in determining the cost of a successful SEO campaign, and keep in mind I said successful campaign, not just a campaign where you're paying money and not getting any results, is what is the competition that you are getting ready to go up against like. The more difficult the competition and the more competitive your industry, the bigger investment you're going to need to make into your campaign. So for example, if you are a DWI attorney in Los Angeles, California, it's going to take a lot more money to win that race than if you are a golf ball diver in Tupelo, Mississippi. Now, if you recall, as we just talked about, there are two main components in an SEO campaign. We just covered one of them, and that is what's called on-page. This is the building of your car like we just discussed. Then there is the second factor again called off-page. So you can think of off-page factors as like the gasoline or the fuel that you're going to need in order to drive the car that you just built. Again, if you're driving a Chevy Malibu, you might be able to get by with regular gasoline. But as you get into higher performing cars, you need to put higher octane fuel in them. And in some cases, you might even have to modify your car even more so that you can put rocket fuel in it in order to achieve the results that you're looking for. Even the best built cars will not run properly, or at least to their maximum potential, without the right type of fuel. And similarly, A poorly built car will not run properly even if you give it the best fuel possible. So let's recap real quickly. The costs associated with an SEO campaign are made up of on-page and off-page factors, and the investment required for a winning on-page and off-page combination are dictated by certain things. And those are things like how competitive is your industry? How difficult is your competition? Meaning, what kind of cars are they racing? Are they racing Chevy Malibus or Lamborghinis? What type of website do you have? Have you had SEO done to your website before? Now, oftentimes when we take on a client that has worked with another agency, we have to undo everything that was done because it actually did more harm than good for their site. Has a competitor or someone tried to harm or attack your site? And what keywords do you want to rank for? So as I'm sure you can see based on what we've just talked about, it is impossible for any legitimate SEO agency to have standard pricing across the board for all industries. If anyone is quoting you a price without researching the variables we have talked about, you might as well open your car window and throw your money out. Now, the investment for SEO is more expensive usually within the first 4 to 6 months of the campaign when you're trying to build your car and supply it with fuel and get into the race. After that, it's possible that the cost may come down if you're actually winning the race. But keep in mind, oftentimes competitors that you pass up in this race will often start to fine-tune their cars and upgrade their cars, thereby making it a back and forth race until finally one person prevails. At the Spectre Group, we have never positioned ourselves as the cheapest SEO agency on the block, and we never will for good reason. We deliver world-class results, and we build cars that are designed to win the race using our proprietary strategies that have been winning races for our clients for nearly 10 years. We've helped countless clients propel themselves past what they deemed their biggest competition, and we have done this in some of the most competitive industries out there. Our search engine optimization campaigns start at $9.97 a month, and when you partner with us, you will see results that you never even imagined were possible. That being said, if you don't have the budget to stick with it, you probably shouldn't get involved at all. However, there are no contracts required for our SEO services, and everything is on a month-to-month basis. Most other agencies require a 4 or 6 month contract because they have a pretty good idea that they're not going to be able to achieve the results within that time period, and therefore they want to make sure that you're going to keep paying them even though they're not getting you any results. If our SEO services are within your budget and you're ready to see results beyond anything you imagine possible, my team and I are ready to earn your business, and we would like to learn more about your business so together we can determine if we are a good partner for each other. And the best way to do that is go ahead and complete the discovery form that you will find on the website and submit that to us. And once we get that, we will be back in touch with you to confirm we have received it and set up a time to create an action plan for you. Thank you very much, and we look forward to hearing from you.